Welcome. My name is Mandy and I am a yoga instructor with Cone Help. I've been with the hospital for almost 3 years, and right now I'm teaching 7 classes a week, and most of the style of classes that I teach are restorative. And restorative yoga is truly just a deep stretch. It's also involving just, simple movements, but ones that make an impact through our bodies. And so today I'm just going to be guiding you through a short restorative yoga practice. We're not going to be using any supportive tools today, as in blocks or straps. We're just going to be moving and finding awareness in our breath. So we'll start seated whenever you're ready, and however you want to sit. It could be one leg on top of the other, as how I'm seated. This is called half lotus. You can also sit with one leg in front of the other, or your feet together and your knees out wide. And sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the 4 corners of your torso, creating a long neck as you lift through the crown of the head and the shoulders release down. As you are finding your grounding here, head stacks over the heart and heart stacks over hips. A lot of times when we sit, we tend to lean forward. And so stack the staircase of the spine and let the hands just land. Close the eyes. Begin to notice the breath. Is the breath quickly rushing into the nose and out of the nose? Is it swirling around in the chest? But maybe here and now you have a deep belly breath where you can let the nose send the breath all the way down and then all the way back out. And beginning to soften through the face, through the jaw, and then all the way from the shoulders down. And even with this created softness, how can you let the breath find expansion? Expanding through the chest, the belly, maybe you feel in the upper back. And so for these next 5 breaths that we take, let the breath elongate and find release on the exhale. When your last breath is complete, eyes can stay closed. You can flutter them open. Hands will be down by your side, palms face forward. Create lift through the spine. As you inhale, arms lift, palms press together up at the sky. Shoulders relax down, and maybe you take your gaze up to the hands. On the next exhale, hands press away from one another, and as the hands float down, you bring your chin to chest. And we'll do 3 more just like that. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, float it down. 2 more on your own. This next time we sweep all the way up, palms press, open and twist to the right. Let the left hand land somewhere on the right leg, and your right hand will have the fingers land on the earth behind you. Press into the right fingers, grow tall, and gaze over the right shoulder. And when we're here in these gentle twists, we're opening up pockets of the back body, but we don't want to be forcing ourselves into a twist. And this is where the exhale comes into play. Let the exhale deepen where you are. Continuing to lengthen on the inhale. And deeper twist as you breathe out. Collect one more breath in. Stay for the breath out. Inhale, sweep all the way back up to center, palms press. Exhale, open, twist to the left. Same hand options. Gaze over towards the left shoulder. Become aware of the breath for 2 more sets. Lift everything back to center, palms collect. As you now draw hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Hands release. Right leg is going to extend out to the right. The sole of the left foot can come on the inside of the right thigh. And here we want to have our hip on the right side in line with the right ankle. We're going to do 2 different variations of what is called head to knee. And when we're ready, we're going to let the right hand float to the inside of the right leg. Left hand is by your side. As the left arm begins lifting, the right hand travels down towards the ankle as you side body stretch, finding opening here. And this is where you can land. You can also rotate the left shoulder back, opening the chest up more towards the sky. If you have any shoulder sensitivity, left fingers can always land on the left shoulder. And this next inhale, let the right hand begin traveling back up the leg so you're all the way back upright. Left arm is lifted. Right hand sweeps up as well. Grow tall through the fingertips and angle towards the right leg and hinge forward, leading with your chest. And let the hands land somewhere on the shin towards the ankle. We just want to find the best access for our bodies today. And once you've found that place that you're ready to pause, begin to round the upper body, shoulders, and draw chin to chest. Relaxing the right knee. And this next breath in, hands begin to lift, guiding the body all the way back up. We're still angled towards the right leg. Align at center, arms open wide. Floating the hands down. And we're going to switch sides. Left leg extends and the right foot comes in. By entire side the hands go. Left hand to the inside of the left leg. Right hand swims up and tilts you towards the left. Breathing into the rib cage of the right side body. Same option to rotate the shoulder open. Chest expands towards the sky. Inhale guides you back upright. Left arm lifts. Lengthen and angle towards the left leg and bow forward. Letting the hands rest as you round here. Letting the head and neck be heavy. And we're pressing down through the right sits bone. This is a great stretch to do if you have been seated a long time at work or at home. And this next breath that you take, hands lift, find the spine stacking, body at center, arms open wide, and floating the hands down. We're going to make our way into table on hands and knees. No rush here. And when we come into table, shoulders and wrists stack, hips and knees stack. And all of our bodies are different. So for some of us, we may want even just a bit of a wider opening. So hands can widen. You can let the hands go a little bit farther forward so you feel you've just got space. And as you're grounding through the hands, press into the shins and the tops of the feet. This next breath, you're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow, awakening through our spine. And your next exhale, everything touching the earth is still grounding. We're going to round it out for cat. Tailbone tucks, upper body puffs up, and chin to chest. Inhale back into cow. And exhale it for cat. And just take around 3 more rounds on your own, adding in any organic movement that feels good to the body. Coming back into your neutral table. We're going to now come into child's or Balasana. The first option would be the knees to come out wide, toes towards one another, and first sink the hips back. Hands will begin to walk forward, and then melting the chest and the forehead down to the mat. And even though you're in this restful shape, we still want to have a long neck. So making any adjustments with the forehead. And the second option is for anyone who has any shoulder or upper body sensitivity that it's not great to extend the arms forward. You'll bring the knees together, sit back on your heels. Chest is going to fold forward as the hands swim around towards the feet and melt over the knees. You can always bring the knees wider. We want our pelvic bowl to have space and still be in this same restful shape as you're relaxing the upper body and the head. And so give yourself just around 3 breaths to choose which one serves you best today. And once you've chosen, close the eyes. And not only are we finding awareness through the breath, sending that awareness throughout the body. What are you noticing here? Are you noticing any release or relief in the low back? Maybe it feels good to have the hips open. We're creating this stillness throughout our bodies as we use the breath to invite stillness of the mind. Collecting 3 more sets of breath. And if the arms are extended forward, one hand at a time, come onto the fingertips. We call these temple hands. Begins to engage the shoulders and the back body. Peel the forehead up off of the earth and start walking the hands in towards the center of the mat and pause. If you are in child's with the hands wrapped towards the feet, let the hands come around and we'll all lift back up into table. And as you're ready, start to walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Find grounding as you shift the hips forward and we're upright. And as you gaze at the hands, let them travel a little bit farther forward. We want a diagonal line from the shoulders to the fingertips. This is called seal. It is considered a back bend, and this is another great shape to be able to come to reawaken that curve in our back bodies. And as you're here, see how it feels with the legs landed as you are. As you're pressing into the hands, you're lifting up through the chest. But what would happen if you let the legs come out as wide as the mat? It could change how the low back feels. And just see which one is best as you take 4 sets of breath. After the last breath, ground through the hands, the tops of the feet, re-lift the hips, and walk the hands in, and we will sit on our heels. Hands by your side, palms face forward. Hands come onto the lap, palms face down. Creating just a few neck circles, and they can be just forward. You can also circulate all the way around, but take your time. And then circle the opposite way. Letting the head arrive at stillness. Arms come around and interlacing either the entire hands and fingers together, or you can just interlace some of your fingers behind the back body. Hands descend towards the mat, opening through the collarbone, releasing the crown of the head back, opening through the throat. Head slowly arrives at center as you now draw chin to chest. Journey the head back to stillness at center. And as arms release by your side, lift all the way with the arms pressed together. And landing with hands at heart center. Close the eyes. Bow to the light of your heart. Bow to what it is that you have created on your mat today. And no matter what it looks like, you are here. You found movement with the body and with the breath. Thanks for letting me guide you through. I'm very grateful for you. Namaste.